think he was kind of doing it?
I don't know. So it's your laptop, I don't know.
I was just looking at it, just like,
I don't
we've
know.
got 15 minutes.
So we're going back to our Kingdom arc reviews. We're going back to Escape of Zhao and the Assassination plot. So we start with Escape from Zhao. This is Issei's escape from Zhao to Qin. So
starts off as a young kid starving with his mum.
Yeah.
She's selling her body. He's getting all pieces of fruit.
She's shelling it out.
We don't really see her, do we?
No, not
They don't. They just mention her.
They don't show her. They save that for later. That glorious
save her for
that
later.
glorious entrance.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a foreshadowing of her selling the body.
Yeah. Well, they said it.
Yeah.
There was no foreshadowing or anything. They were just straight to it with money.
Yeah.
So anyway, so she was selling her body. Gotta say it one more time. Yeah. She was selling her body. Yeah, this is a woman who just had a baby for
a king,
for the potential king of a country.
Yeah,
she was selling her body, and her son was left out to fend for himself, stealing from the local markets and stuff like that to feed himself because he didn't get any money. After the dad escaped and left them alone in Zhao, no more money was getting sent from Qin. So they were just there eating scraps and living poorly.
And everyone hated them because obviously what happened in that war, what was it called again?
The Grudge of Chohei. So they had the Grudge of Chohei was when General Hakubi, another old general from Qin, decided to, after they took over a city and the city gave up to them, opened the doors and everything, and was like, yep, we give up. And because there's 400,000 of them, or it was a city or army, either way, because there's 400,000 of them, Hakubi said, we can't spare to obviously let you go because you're an army, and we can't spare you the food. So we'll bury you alive. So he buried 400,000 people alive, and the Zhao hated the king ever since that day. So having a prince or the potential prince of the enemy state in their country or borders, they tortured him anytime they were good. And obviously because he kept stealing, they kept catching him, beating him.
So then, so those two retainers, what were their names again?
Why'd you want it?
Anyway, these two retainers from Qin, they come down, and then
they're part of Shabunkun's
crew. They roll deep, and they're like, "Where's the king? Where's the prince?"
We just call them Retainer 1 and 2.
Retainer 1 and 2
came.
They came,
and then look for Shubunkun's retainers. Yeah, it was called Shobu's guys.
Yeah, and then. And then they're like, so where's the prince? And they see him like fighting, getting beaten up basically.
Getting battered.
Yeah, and getting his arm chopped off and fed to the dogs. But he escapes, and then the next happens after that.
Oh yeah, they introduce Sheikah, and then Sheikah, she's there to what was she saying to?
Well, they're looking up at the moon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they're having like a reminiscent.
Yeah, about how much they were talking about how much they envied the moon because the moon was laughing at them.
Yeah, they were basically, it was a quite like tender sort of meant to be tender moment where she first like identified with him because before she'd seen him being beaten by the villagers, so she stopped them. The next time she saw him, he was looking up at the moon, and up to that point, she had said that she wasn't going to take him because it was too dangerous. Her and her brothers. Yeah. So looking at him, like that reminded her of herself.
Yeah.
Just looking up at the moon, envious, hateful of the freedom or the beauty of the moon when they're just stuck being tortured.
Yeah.
That kindred spirit or whatever, that thing that she saw in him, made her talk to him. And what she said about how the moon wasn't actually laughing at you, it's just there sending you positivity and love, the whole time. And that changed his outlook.
Yeah, it's true.
So they jump in the cargo, or he does anyway.
Yeah.
They roll out, and then so because she's a merchant, she knows the people at each checkpoint, so she can kind of grease their fingers or however you want to call it.
Yeah,
just to
that's
kind
what she was saying.
Yeah. To pass through, like the first one, they pass through really, really easily.
Yeah.
Like
wasn't the guy like, how the hell do we pass through this guy now?
Yeah, and she's just like, relax, I got this. Like,
Plus about 3 of them without anything. One guy said something.
Yeah.
He was like, come have a drink. I was going to search everything. Bro. And then she was just like, she's like...
So forceful. Imagine doing that in the club.
Yeah. Oh my god. Come here. Sit down right here. Otherwise, beef, you know? It's bad.
And then, even the arrow gets shot. That's one of the key moments because one of the guys shoots an arrow. It goes through the basket. And then it hits him through the arm.
Yeah, he doesn't say a word.
Doesn't flinch.
Because he was saying, wasn't he saying that he doesn't feel pain anymore? Because all the days he's been beaten up like constantly. And his nervous is just shocked.
Yeah.
I think Sheikah saw when they pulled the arrow out, after they just got through the checkpoint, they pulled the arrow out to check on him. And they saw that obviously he didn't say a word. Like even when they pulled the arrow out, he didn't make a peep. So something might be wrong with him.
Yeah.
And then eventually he does open up and says, I'm sort of messed up in the head, I don't feel pain.
Yeah. That's when he jumps off the cab. I was kind of annoyed when he did that because then it was just like, slow down everything. Like, it was a matter of seconds.
Like, wasn't he listening? Or was he passed out at that point? I can't really remember. He might have been passed out.
He was passed out, but then he woke up and straight away he just jumped out. I know you were seeing like all these ghosts.
Yeah,
and
he
demons.
kept having these episodes. Yeah.
So it wasn't really his fault because he didn't really know that they had been chased by that. So by that point, they had realised, they stood back and seen the dust cloud, like the Zhao soldiers had realised that the king had died and that Issei's father was going to be promoted to king, and therefore Issei became the crown prince. So they realised and looked for him, saw that he wasn't there, and started chasing him. They were the fastest
they did
cavalry in all of China, apparently. So they were caught up to him like instantly.
Yeah.
And by the point where Issei jumped off the carriage and had his little moment, like, which was kind of deep, isn't it? Like, it's because it's really like deep, like metaphysical deepness. Like they're saying they beat him so much that their hatred and pure venom went into him. That like he actually started seeing ghosts of dead people he didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't actually know none of those ghosts. Like only one of those ghosts that you could say recognise him. That was him. Was a version of himself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The rest were all ghosts that he didn't know, that you couldn't recognise. Like they might have been people from the village, but really and truly, there were the things, the hatred that people put on him.
Yeah.
Like that was really deep.
He completely cut himself off. So it's like he cut his whole spirit, not just his physical self, but his like mental self.
Yeah.
So that's why he can feel the pain through his arm, and that's why he didn't feel anything. He didn't feel like it was weird that he couldn't feel pain. He knew that obviously he's not normal to everyone else, but he's like, well, this is my reality, so and I deserve it as well. He thought that he deserved it, and
And even from that point, it sort of like says foreshadows what sort of emperor he wishes to become. Obviously, we've already seen what he said to Shin, what he wants as emperor. So when he's saying, like his shadow was grabbing onto him, saying, I know, I've seen what you think about kings and stuff like that. We can't let you get to go back to king because you'll be too dangerous. And his own shadow, his own soul, like his evil side of him was acting like one of those people from Zhao. Like, you can't let you go back to him because you'll take revenge on us.
Even
you're meant to be part of me.
It's like the shadow didn't want to see him go into the light.
People don't want to see you make it, man. They don't want to see you bust.
So anyway, he gets back on. But I really like the fight. So when they actually catch up to them, it's not like a grand battle as we usually see in Kingdom, but it's a really intricate one. And it's really meaningful. It's not just like, this person got slashed, that person got slashed. It's like her family is going out their way to save someone they don't know.
Exactly.
Well, they knew
giving
that's
their
what
life, sacrificing themselves. I mean, they did. They ultimately they knew it was a suicide mission.
Yeah, well, they couldn't go back. If either they make it to up over the border and they set up life there, because they're never going back to Zhao.
True.
You're gonna get killed. True. So, if they don't make it and they love Sheikah enough, they're gonna sacrifice themselves for Sheikah, so at least she can make it.
Yeah.
But in the end, none of them make it.
Yeah.
Everyone, the retainers get killed basically straight away.
Yeah.
The one of the retainer gets taken out. It doesn't even want to be taken out. Like the first guy sacrifices his cart to crash into all the horses. Like one of the retainers is on there, and he looks at him like I remember watching this scene. Going back to see him, looking at his face. You look at it like, "What are you doing, man? Are you killing me with them? Like this is a part of the plan." He said, "Yeah, man, it's for Sheikah." Nah, it's not for Sheikah. I've got family, I've got kids. Fun Sheikah, innit?
Wow, that's crazy. Just throw the cart.
You threw the whole cart. I didn't even take out that many people.
I completely missed that.
Yeah.
No, I missed that.
You have to go back. It's hilarious. So one of the retainers went down ASAP. Then you've got one next one in the back who gets stabbed when they get close and gets pulled off. Then you've got the other brother who tries to go out fight and he takes out one guy and gets stabbed for his
But I like the way
was the archer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it was really like the tension and the pressure of it. It was real. Like everyone's trying to survive because they don't know how long they got. Yeah. And then they see the dust cloud in the distance. Yeah. And so Shabunka and his guys have come riding out to meet them because they've seen the opposite dust cloud of the Zhao soldiers chasing Issei. Yes, it's really, that part. That's when it got really tense. Like, before that, I was kind of bored. Not gonna lie. But then it got to that part, and I was like, "Yes, indeed."
And each one died for a reason. They said their reason, like, "Oh, I love so and so." Yeah, gonna die. But,
yeah, everyone loves Sheikah basically.
Yeah,
everyone, even Issei.
Yeah,
Issei would have married her if she'd survived.
So then, so we should move on to Assassination.
Yes, Assassination. Assassination was hard.
Yeah,
that was basic. How did it start? It started with Shin trying to get his armor.
Yeah.
After just getting promoted.
He's getting tough by everyone. Like, you're a kid. Is this for your dad? Is this for your brother? Is this for your granddad?
That's for me. Get out. Get out.
Having a laugh.
Yeah. That's like that is with Carrier 10. They went to that town, get their things, and then eventually went to a bar, and he was talking to the barman. That's why it's funny again, because he was talking to the barman. So I'm trying to get a suit of armor, and no one said, "You're trying to get a suit of armor from me." He picked up the tape, I've had enough of this shit. That was funny, and then he met Dene and all those guys that he met from his first campaign, and they were like, "This is Big Boss, like how you doing, Big Boss?" And the innkeeper's like, "What? This guy here? This little kid's
like, give him his armor now."
They said, "No, that's not funny." He said, "Like, he said, what? They can't go into the suit of armor, boss. Don't worry, we got this." Now all of them ran out of the pubs, and went and just harassed everyone in town until they got him a suit of armor.
It was nice.
So after that, they meet Kirkham on their way home.
Yeah. They have like a small little exchange, but we don't really know what that exchange is.
Yeah, they sort of cut it off, don't they?
Yeah, she sort of warns them off. Yeah. And later on, we see
her with the assassins. Yeah. And they have their little group meeting. Share their little, like, I don't know, like, oh, this person, this person.
The typical, trope in like any anime or comic book, let's tell the reader who everybody is, like in one quick page. And that's what it was. They had like 5 different assassins, groups of assassins got sent to kill one man. That's kind of like.
Then they head out. And it's really clever the way that they start assassinating certain people that seem meaningless, but actually they're the people that guard, like, where the king's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And so they get through there and you see everyone's just slaughtered. It's completely disgusting, but... Yeah, like it shows how like mercenary, how ruthless they are. Yeah. But luckily, Shin's there in the right place to apprehend some of them.
And Shin's only there because Minister Shi, who was once part of Mr. Ketsu's faction, the big pig head guy, who was part of Issei's brothers' campaign against him. Yeah, he came and told Shin to go there because obviously he couldn't go straight to the palace himself. But he realised from what had cracked off who was in the most danger. So he went to Strobunk and was like, "You aren't thinking like quickly enough or intelligent enough. Like, what are those people in charge of?" And they're like, "Oh, they're all being, like I said, parts in charge of different things to do with the castle." Then they all realised, "Oh, damn, they're trying to assassinate the king." They all started running there, but luckily Minister Shi had already told Shin who was there.
It was interesting because he was when he was talking to Shibunku and he was saying, in our rebellion attempts, there was one factor that we failed to take into consideration that kept faltering our plans at every turn, and that was Shin. He was like the X factor.
Yeah, he was that hidden thing that no one really accounted for because they didn't even know about him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So when Shin encounters those first assassins, he basically just takes them out.
Because he's a really cool in this village.
Yeah, it's true. I wasn't expecting him to take him out so quickly.
But it's funny because he's talking to what's her name, little bird girl.
Carrier 10.
Yeah, Carrier 10. He's like, look, he's basically telling her the plan. Look, I'm going to take out all these people, about 8, 9 of them. Who cares? You run on. I'm going to catch up with you. I just find that so funny. And they were getting a bit pissed. Yeah. And it's like 1, 2.
He's like proper. He's like, "You shitty bastard, skulk around in the shadows. So you could take on a man like me. My sword's for the sun." It's like chopping down man. That was deep.
Yeah.
And he was still talking about the battlefield as well.
Yeah.
The whole time.
You guys would have.
He's like, you guys would have lost. Wait for all these clothes on. Get down.
Or hiding your swords.
Yeah.
What is this? This is a joke.
This isn't a party.
You're not making it out there where I am. You can't fight where I am. Like,
They're not about this. Like,
that's basically the same. He really was pissing them off as well. Like, what do you mean? I'm an assassin. What I'm doing on the battlefield. Yeah. That was good.
Oh, God. And then we see 10 actually runs into those guys. Those huge guys.
Everyone's on the bench. Balls, the madness.
And they were like, what was it? They covered themselves in Kai.
Yeah, the skin and armour. They were
It was like Haki.
Ornament. Tekai was. It weren't levels. We're hacking.
Yeah.
We definitely were hacking because KOK came. I started chopping through them.
The crazy thing is, she took out 8 of them in like one.
Yeah. She didn't even do it like ton.
Yeah.
And then you compare that to Shin. Shin took out 7 of them.
Yeah.
But that was in a sequence.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
It just showed that she was on a slightly higher level than
But it's like going back to the Shin part. I think we were talking about earlier when he was reading it, and that first guy came at him and he was proper running at him fast. And he chopped through him, and he went spinning, and splattered into all behind him.
Yeah.
From that point, I was like, yeah, Shin got this.
Yeah.
There's 2 guys that are like, this guy's not human.
Yeah. So this is right. But then this is when so Kyokai.
So yeah, it kind of goes through a couple of motions where like Shin meets the prince or king, whatever you want to call him. He opens the door. He thinks it's someone else, but essentially they're best buds. They try and escape. Yeah. They think they're going through like this tricky little way that no one else knows about. But it's just a dead end.
Like, these guys are assassins. They're gonna find you.
Yeah.
And probably this is when they realise that Ryufu is the one that's actually going to be is their enemy who sent the assassins, because he's the only person who know about this hidden secret passageway, because it was blocked and locked from the other side. So they tried to push it, couldn't get through. This is when the Shokyu arrived with Kyokai.
Yeah. And that's what you're saying in terms of the one shot with Shin.
Yeah. It's chopped straight through him.
Yeah.
And then obviously after that, him and the Kyokai go out for a little while.
Yeah.
And he's blatantly losing. He's getting chopped to bits really. Because she's going easy on him.
Yeah. She's having a conversation with him. Just like step down.
Yeah. Be easy.
Step down.
Be cool.
I wonder
relax.
She was completely dodging his attacks.
Yeah, not even using a sword.
She was actually moving faster than him.
She jumped
his
onto
attacks
his
weren't
sword.
even fast enough.
Yeah.
Crazy.
When she jumped onto his sword and stepped on it, I was like, this is Matrix.
That was his new trick as well. It's like, alright, I got a new trick up my sleeve. And then he tried it. It's like, okay.
Missed.
Well, that's out the window.
But after that, like, I have a bunch of other assassins show up, like 15 guys. I think they're the Goma. They show up and they like take out one of the Shokyu guys instantly. Obviously, I pissed off the Shokyu leader who's last.
Yeah.
He goes out and fights with one of them, and he's there having a mad little fight for ages. Basically, she runs at them to try and buy some time because Kokai's tired from their little battle. She's like, "We've got a plan. You go hold them off for 10 seconds, then I'll come and wrap them." He said, "I'll give you 60, don't worry." So he went in there and he was just doing a madness. So he sorted around. He literally was just trying to buy at the time because he was too tired to do anything. 6 seconds went, Kyoka came.
Deep breath.
Mincemeat.
Mincemeat. Like instant.
Yeah.
No.
And then, what's his name? Comes through the door.
Shibuku.
No.
Yeah,
Shibuku. Yeah.
And he comes and kills the rest of the assassins because she runs out of breath just so there's a few left.
Yeah.
But they just come and start chopping people down from behind. Heki's acting like he's a top boy and that's mad.
Always.
Coming in late, stabbing guy in the back.
I'll see that one kill.
Yeah, this guy.
But no, I think those two arcs together they're short, but they were good. They showed a lot about character development. They showed you a lot about the backgrounds of the story of each character. Obviously, more Issei and Kyokai a little bit really.
It's interesting.
More motives about Kyokai.
It was interesting because at the end they revealed that Kyoko was actually a girl as well.
Yeah, they did, and I think that's the first time you learned that, isn't it? Yeah,
it's quite good because then it shows that. I'm not really, because usually in mangas like girls are represented in a certain way, but this is the first one where you really see a girl. So it's like she's got like a really strong role.
Yeah, she's definitely equal
without having to try and act slightly, I don't know, in a stereotypical way.
Yeah, definitely. The only other one you can see is like Attack on Titan with Erin's Mikasa. Yeah, she's mad strong as well. But they don't really get that a lot. Everyone else is usually quite lame. Or a Hime.
Yeah, annoying. Yeah.
This is good, strong female characters. Good development. But yeah, it was good. Good chapter.
Yeah.